morning. It's Tammy the Canadian Stamper. It's Saturday morning, February 4th. How are you? What's happening today? I've got card take your pick workshop happening at 10 o'clock. And I've got 2 cards for you today. And we're going to use, I'm going to show you these in detail in a minute, but these are kind of the inspiration that we're using. It's a simple background using the scoring. You could use your trimmer as well, like the, you know, the scoring blade in your trimmer. But we're going to use the scoring tool because, funny enough, I just bought the scoring tool. I've been a demonstrator for probably 5 years, and I didn't have a Simply Scored, which I think is kind of comical. All right, people are finding me. I see you jumping on. Good morning, folks. Here's our agenda and the things that are happening. Look at me. Go, Facebook, go. I'm there. First thing. You know how sometimes I'm hard to find? No problem today. So this week I did a sketch, simple sketch to try. This is the sample that goes with it. So it's kind of like a gatefold. I did my best to put in how to make this front piece without making it too complicated. I hope that that was clear in my instructions. So you're going to take this piece of whatever cardstock and just glue it to the back. So this is a basic card front. You're going to trim down and then just cut away that front. Now this back piece, you could put designer series paper. This is old, and then you could layer with white, or you could just leave it white. And then to decorate the front in whatever you want, I have used jar of flowers. So jar of flowers is usually only about that big, but I stamped these 3 flowers twice, and then I fussy cut around them, and then I layered these in behind to make it look like a bigger bouquet than it is. And then these are our Stylish Shapes dies, which should be back in stock at about February 13th, I believe. And now I'm frozen. And then, yeah, so that's the sample for the quick sketch to try. So if you're just joining, this is what our plan is for today over here. Morning, Kate and Terry. Okay, so this is really old school. This is Celebration lily pads from forever ago, but I'm sharing this with you because, hi Kyle, we're doing something like this. See how it's a score line all the way around that makes it a frame. That's where I'm going with it. This is not my design. Does it say who? Oh, look, she did the inside too. I'm assuming it's a she. This is old, but it's got the same design. So this is kind of what we're playing off of today, but it's taking the cardstock and we're gonna add these simple lines in the back, and then look, she's done it on the inside as well. And then this one I made. So this is using the daisy punch. And again, we have our lines in the back. So that's what we're all about today. Those are our inspiration. And I thought it was long overdue for a Step It Up card. Uh-oh, Willow stole my chair. Out you go, Willow. You wanna say hi? Say hi. So today we're gonna use these little trinkets because they're super cute. Hi, Lori and Nancy. These are super dainty and cute. I love them. So just put them on with a glue dot. These are dragonfly trinkets. So I put the link to all the things I'm using, well, most of the things that I'm using. Dragonfly Garden. We're gonna use 2 of these stamps, and then for the sentiment, I wanna use from Charming Sentiments. I've decided that this stamp set is my new fave, and it's these 2 sentiments, Hey There and What's New. I was looking over my cards and I've pretty much used that sentiment on almost every project. So this is also the die and stamp set that's in the Mega Birthday Blitz class. We're gonna do a shaker. We're gonna use some of these dies to make all the things. So that's February 25th. And it's a mega class because it's 10 projects. So the idea is if you do birthday cards is to get your birthday card craft on. These match all of the sentiments here. So you could fussy cut if you wish. I'm not down with that. So these dies match with the sentiments. You can get just the sentiments, and the cards for our class is going to work out just fine. But if you want to get the bundle, then really the class is almost free. Now, this Dragonfly set has a matching punch, which we're going to use. Okay, let's get into it. Let's put all the things to the side. Love it that everybody's finding me today. All right, so we're gonna do two cards. Here comes Willow. No, Willow, no, do not jump up, thank you. Okay, Willow might crash our party here. Can't guarantee. No, thank you. The boys just left to go ATVing. So usually when the family leaves the house, she kind of wanders around wondering where everybody is. Like right now. I know, Willow. Okay, card base. Standard A2 size card base, which is in the description for the newsletter, of course. And then we have our first layer of cardstock. Say I've chosen the same color. You could choose a different color if you wish. And then this is for that, just to put our sentiment on, and then we're gonna chop it out. So let's do this. We're gonna take our piece of cardstock and we're gonna line it up. Like I said, you can use your trimmer, the scoring on your trimmer if you want, or you can use your scoreboard. So here's the thing. There's no rhyme or reason as to where you're gonna do this. Please don't jump up here, Willow. Oh, here she comes. Yeah, we're crafting, Willow. Yeah, I know, everybody can see you now. She likes to eat plastic. I think I'm gonna go with 2. So I'm at 3 and 3 1/4. So then I'm gonna rotate. Hi, Willow. Hello. You have to go somewhere else, sweetheart. So I think okay, so yeah, so I told you that was 3 and 3 1/4. And then I'm trying to kind of think of where I want this. It's like, it's really what your preference is. There's no magical number. So like I didn't include these measurements in the newsletter because it's really whatever you're gonna have on your project. So we're gonna have this one. This is a stamp willow. And so you could actually just even leave it with these 2 on here, but I'm gonna add, I'm just trying to see kind of where I'm at. I think I'm gonna go like 4 1/4 and 4 1/2. I feel like those are the measurements that are speaking to me. So these are 1/4 of an inch apart on purpose, like 1/4 of an inch this way and 1/4 of an inch, sorry, this way and like this way between the 2 lines. This is a stylus. It comes with the scoring, Simply Scored. So there's the, it's not a sharp tip, but it's more narrow. And then that's the bigger tip. And you can use this one, but just be gentle because you could rip your paper, especially if it's designer series paper. And then this is the thicker one, which I tend to use this thicker one. Good grief, what? No, Willow, she's watching me on my screen. No, Zachary, or Willow, don't do that, please. She's watching me on my screen, and then now she's scratching at the screen trying to get me. Okay, so here's our piece. Okay, so let's mount up. No, thank you, Willow. Okay, you're gonna have to go, sweetie. So then we're gonna do like this. This is our basic. Okay, I gotta get, come on, Willow. I know, sweetie, don't growl at me, thank you. She wants to be part of the fun. Oh, now she's gonna get into a box that has plastic in it. Your guys' cats, if you have a cat, eat plastic. That's like Willow's jam is plastic. Okay, let's talk about colors before we go any further. I haven't talked about this in a long time. So this is a color family. I think this is Regals maybe. And so the card base, like down back here, this is Mary Merlot, for example. And then this is a free download. Sorry, Willow. And you cut these out and I glue them to the back of the cardstock that matches here. And then this gives you some color inspiration. So this is what I've done today. I didn't want to just do a white card base. I wanted to mix it up. So I went with gray granite. And then I've decided for this one down here. So Mossy Meadow and Blushing Bride, which is this here. Actually, I've got the colors right here. These are our colors. But see, my Blushing Bride is super faded. So where I keep my ink pads is right by the window. So the labels fade. So there's our color palette for today. So next week I will put in our little, I do a post that has this color inspiration. And then I've got Memento Tuxedo Black. So let's try and stamp with gray granite, on gray granite. I need a piece of paper. 1 second. I just want to do a stamp. I want to stamp off. So this, what block is this? This is I block. So with these long stamps, it's nice to use the Stamparatus if you have it. I wasn't really thinking. Uh-oh, this might need to be inked up. That's super light. Too light for me. All right, we're going Memento. I think actually if my ink pad was more inked up, I think the gray granite would be fine. But I think it just needs some juice. So if you're gonna try it, oh gosh, look at your comments. Sorry, I'm not paying attention. Ribbon is where you can, so normally have a ribbon is where you can score a ribbon. Are you talking about that little plastic thing, Nancy, that goes at the top of the Simply Scored? So it's a guy where you would normally put, oh, like ribbon, oh, sorry, as a decorative piece to the front of the card. Yeah, that's a good way to think about it. Okay, I think this is gonna be much more showy uppy. So when you have a big stamp like this, like get your fingers in here and just push down on all the places, you know? That's working for me. So this is my little sketchy sketch for today. Laminated your color coach. Oh gosh, that's clever. You're a laminator, Kate. You love to laminate. You have these grid mats, which is brilliant. And you got those laminated too. Okay, so our piece down here, I don't want this to go over that. I don't really know why, just because that's my preference. So I'm gonna take a Post-it note and I'm just gonna cover up to the front of that line, top of that line, I should say. Now, I don't need my paper piercing mat because this is, it's a cling stamp, this whole set, so it's squishy. Showy uppy. Yeah. Okay, here we go. Oh, I feel like maybe I should stamp off. I'm doing it. I'm committing. Okay. Yeah, score lines. Yeah, I picked up what you were laying down there, Nancy. So don't worry about how long you leave this on here for. Just, it's not going to hurt anything, and let the ink soak in. Nail it. Okay, I'm going to use this in our second card, but I'm just going to wipe this. Okay, now we will take this off. See? So clever. All right, what will we do next? Let's mount this to our card base. So you'll see in the next card that we're going to do a different card, like a different cardstock layer on the front. I like the tone on tone personally, but you know, each to their own. What's everybody doing today? What's happening out there for your weekend? Kate Willow's cross with me. Well, yes, with the growling, I think. I might be out of juice here. I did unstick it. There it is. So I'm interested to know what you guys are doing today, just because I like to, know what's happening. But it's a dreary day, and I thought, geez, it's a good day to have the Take Your Pick card class. Well, it's not a class, it's a workshop. Take Your Pick card workshop, because it's kind of like mucky out. Okay, Nancy, chat with you later. Okay, so now we've got that on. Let's stamp our sentiment. I think I'm gonna go Blushing Bride on Blushing Bride. Now, here's I'm gonna do this, I was gonna do this Wishing You Everything Wonderful. Sure, let's do that. I do think this is from the annual catalog, and I'm just lining up here to get it straight. And I think this is my new favorite stamp set, like sentiment stamp set. So again, I'm using my grid mat. Let's practice with our sentiment just to see. It's pretty. I like the mixture of regular font. I think actually it might be 3 fonts, because you've got the regular, scripty, and then you've got block. I just realized that right now. Okay. I don't know how big this piece of paper is. It was a scrap, this Blushing Bride piece. Soft and Beautiful. I think Blushing Bride is from the Subtles collection. Working on your garage, Gail, and reorganizing it. Okay. That sounds productive. All right. We're gonna get fancy in the next card, but for now, I'm cutting. And I'm cutting. Now, you could use your snips, but this is a big piece of paper, so I was gonna trim the size, but I'm worried that I'm not gonna get it straight. Okay. Love it. I'll put that right in the corner. Where's my dimensionals? And then this one is done. So we're keeping it simple, the first one. And then we're stepping it up on the next one. Oh, hey, is anybody watching from that retreat out in Souk, where Erica and Sue and Heather, all the people are? Sure, let's just use this last one. Uh-oh, I'm gonna have to go get more dimensionals for the next card. If you follow Erica or Sue, I think they both did a live yesterday from their venue, the house that they rented. Of course, my FOMO's in full gear. Looks beautiful, right on the water. And it was so quiet. Erica did like a panoramic view of what's going on, and she didn't say anything while she was doing it, and it was so, you could hear the birds kind of chirping and doing their thing. It seems quite tranquil. All right, I might just add this, because I feel like a casual crafter would have this. So the whole purpose of this Step It Up card, if you're not familiar, or one of the purposes, I suppose, is to start out with like a basic, and then, so just add a glue dot to the back of that. And then you just add a few elements to step it up, to make it more fancy. All right, card number 1, done. So for sure, you could add more but wait for the next one. All right, let's do card number 2. Now we're getting fancy. All right, let me move all my stuff. Card base, same gray granite, 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, so A2 size card base. That's done. Now we have a piece of white, which is smaller than the first one. So let's just eyeball it. You know how I love to eyeball. I think I'm gonna go 3. Yeah, because I had enough room. So this is a smaller piece of paper. Let me just show you. You could actually even layer this if you wanted to. I think I'm still gonna go, I'm feeling 3 and 3 1/4. All right, well, I'm gonna add a 1/3 because I can. So you could do this all the way around and make a whole frame out of it. Let's go this way this time. Let's go this way. So if we're gonna go 3, let's go here. What am I at? I'm at 4 1/4, 4 1/2. I think I might go this side. So we're getting fancy with 3, and I'm reversing it. So if you wanted it to go this way, you could. So there's embossed and debossed, puffy side, dippy down side. Dippy down. That's a fun thing to say. Dippy down. Okay, stand by. I have to get my, maybe just review this. I got to get dimensionals. Stand by. Sorry about that. Dimensionals. So let's not get crazy. Let's stamp first and then glue down. I mean, I'm crazy, but I'm not that crazy. I really want this gray granite to work, and it's white. So I'm hoping, I'm just gonna try it. I want the gray granite to work. Okay, so I'm covering this up again because I mean, it doesn't really matter. I think if you wanted to go over the lines, that's cool. Maybe my OCD is telling me that I need to keep it above the line, not go mixy matchy. Okay, I was hoping that maybe, so sometimes if you go around the edges of your ink pad, sometimes that's helpful. It's not really working this time, but whatever. We're going with it. I'm going with it. Okay, so I'm lining up on my grid mat here and here. I keep pushing thinking that I'm gonna get a different result. I just need to re-ink it, is what needs to happen. Okay, so I'm just gonna be hopeful that it's dark enough and works. And if not, well, I'm SOL. Oh, I love it. Yep, I'm happy with that. It's almost like a brownie gray. All right, I'm gonna be honest, I'm not in love with gray granite typically, because it's like the brownie kind of, I don't know, I like the darker gray better, but I am digging this today. It's working for me. Yes. Okay, what are we gonna do next? We're getting fancy with the sentiment this time. So what I have done, I have cut here, does that look familiar? It's the dainty paper from Celebration, the freebie. Oh, sidebar, that's a good reminder for me. There's new Celebration items. That's what this is here. So Stampin' Up released some more items, really. There's paper, no. I don't know what it is. There's for sure a stamp set and a die combo with $120. There's a couple of punches, and anyways, the link is there, the shopping link. So if you click on the shopping link, it'll take you to the Stampin' Up page, and you can just go, like, there's a banner up at the top that has Celebration More, I think. And if you click on that, it'll show you the new celebration items. So there's some $60 ones and $120 one. Mossy Meadow. I don't actually think this is gonna look good with this, but let's try. Just with my color palette and all. Oh, that's not terrible actually. What do you guys think? Maybe I should stick with black. I'm worried that it's not gonna pop. Decisions. I think I'm chicken. I'm gonna go black. I kind of want to go green, but I don't have any other green elements on the card. Sorry, Mossy Meadow, you're out. I know black will. I know what black's gonna look like on this. Okay. Oh my gosh, Kate, thank you. Look at you. You are on point. Honeycomb embossing folder. Yeah, that's a good one. Songbird punch. I think you can make different things. I've seen people make like anime girls, like little figures with the songbird punch. I was on Pinterest yesterday checking out some stuff. Some talented people. Wow, that pops. I dig it. And with the fray ribbon that you've listed there, I think you get 2 spools of that with the $60 item. All right, so this is good. I'm happy with this. Now, where's my dies? Here they are. We're gonna take out this die. I just happen to know that this is the one that matches. See? Oh, I love it. All right, let's get out the mini. Okay, so this is a good segue to tell you about, or remind you if you're not familiar with the Celebration Join Special. February is the last month. You get a mini, or you can, it's one of the options to get a mini with the plates that you need to make it go. Plus you get free stuff, because you get free stuff with every join offer. I'm just gonna use a Post-it note to hold this guy down, or gal down. And the other option, if you already have a mini, is to join, and you get, I think 90. You buy $135 worth of products, and you get $225 worth of stuff. So it's $90 worth of free stuff, and then you would get a discount. There's lots of other stuff that you get too as a demonstrator, but most people, look at that. I love it. Super cool. So instant community, instant discount of 20%. My Creative Canadians team and my swag. I've got little swag bags I'm making for you guys. And yeah, it's good times. Community, fun, all the things. It's good times. So that's just until the end of the month. Okay, we're coming together. So that's, oh yeah, I'm doing this. And I love how this kind of comes out of here. I'm gonna bring it up so you can see better. I feel like my screen's really bright. Okay, now another fun element. How are we for time? 9:30, sweet. Yeah, you joined for the discount, Kate. We're heat embossing, y'all. So in this stamp set, see how the wings, there's 2 different types of wings? I think I'm gonna do this one. I don't know which one this is. I'm actually just, we're just gonna use this one. Yeah, so up until, so 6 months, so with Stampin' Up! Demonstrators, you do have to start after a period of time. You have to buy a certain amount of stuff to maintain, but that is not until June. Like if you do sign up now, you get your discount until June. So that's awesome sauce. Okay, anyways, let me know if you want to know more about that. Happy to share. with you the details. Embossing Buddy, not Stampin' Up. And I've got my gray granite and I've got my Blushing Bride. Now, we're heat embossing. So to heat emboss, if you're new to that, Versamark, which is clear ink, you need an embossing powder, which looks like this. This will probably last me like forever, depending on how much you use it, of course. And then you need something to catch it all. So I just use a piece of cardstock. And then sometimes you need this. So the method to this madness is that I use the that little wipey thing to get rid of any static that's on the page. Stampin' Up! Now has a full like kit. So you get Embossing Buddy, you get a tray to hold your stuff instead of a cardstock, and you get actually I think 2 brushes. I'm not fancy like that yet. It's on my list. Maybe I'll get it this month actually. I've some crafters also use like the plastic, whatchamacallit, plastic bins, you know, Rubbermaid container things, not Rubbermaid, you know what I mean, the little kitchen plasticky things to hold this and to catch it. But yeah, different ways. Okay, so I've put my Versamark on. I'm tapping it like this just because I want all of the little doodads to get in like on the Versamark. Okay, so sometimes you need, so hold it so that when you brush it's gonna go down, and I brush away. It's pretty good though, actually. Not bad. Okay, so normally I would, well, you'll see in a minute, you put that away and save it. Don't throw that away. But I'm gonna stamp again. So you don't have to panic to do it super fast, but don't lollygag, because the Versamark will dry, but don't panic about it. So we're getting that down, and then where's my lid? Here. Bring this back, and we're gonna add some more. Okay, now tappity tap, make sure to get in all the little crevices. And then I'm doing this. So had I not used the Embossing Buddy, it's just baby powder in a brush, really. You might get some extra, because this powder will, it's like a bit, it's not magnetic, but it's, shoot, what's the word? Static cling? Staticky. Okay, now we've got those. Don't touch that because like we're gonna heat emboss it here in a second, but I'm just setting it over here while I clean this up. I recommend cleaning this up before you bring out your heat tool because it's gonna be a hot mess if you don't. It's gonna blow everywhere. Okay, so we're done with that. And for me personally, all these little doodads go in this basket for me. This is how I store it. So I've got all of the different powders. This is not Stampin' Up, I don't think. I think this is Ranger. But one of these is, you can get clear embossing powder. This is heat and stick powder. So if you ever saw the gilded leafing, you need the heat and stick powder. This is what you need. Anyways, you can get clear, gold, black, you know. Okay, here's your heat tool. So there's 2 settings, 1 and 2. Don't cover this with your hand because that's where the air is coming in. I do the hot, the number 2. If you were gonna use maybe heat emboss on maybe like vellum, you might use the number 1. So I let this heat up a bit. I'm heating up the back of the paper, not for any particular reason, just because that's what I think needs to happen. And then I'll do this, whoops, up here so you can see. See how fast that happens? Boom. So it melts the powder. One. Now let's do this one. So there's that one. Watch the magic. Sweet. All right, now we're going to punch this out. Now, I've done this strategically. Oh, I've strategically put this at the bottom of the page because I knew it would fit into my punch like so. Okay, so we're lining it up. We're going to get a bonus dragonfly. I love bonuses. What else can I tell you about? Right, so February 25th is the mega class. That's virtual or in person. So if you're not in town, you could still join. You don't actually even have to come to the class. You can do them on your own and get the kits. Okay, so we're lining up. So I'm gonna use all sorts of different dyes and materials. You get 5, we get 10 projects, 2 each of 5 different designs. Do I have all my things? I think so. All right, let's start gluing. Yeah, so I put the link there for the February 25th, if you want to check that out. I'm gonna make the samples. Probably today, actually. The boys are gonna be doing ATVing. I think it's like an all-day thing. And our friends Corey and Ian are officially took possession of their house, and they're now our neighbors. Well, not really. They live kind of a ways down the way, but anyways. So once upon a time, we used to live in Seashell. That's where Zach was born, actually, and we lived and worked there. I don't like that this is flipping up. And so anyways, we used to work with Corey and Ian on Sunshine Coast. And it is lovely to have them back in town. So I might go and see them at their new place after the card buffet. Take your pick workshop, I should say. So this is our sentiment that is cut from the designer series paper. What's your guys' favorite celebration item? I am really enjoying the dainty paper. I love any kind of designer series paper that make your projects, they just work. Let the paper do the work. Yeah, tell me your favorite. So this is just kind of stepping up how the sentiment sits. This is pretty. All right, decision time. Oh, I love that. Do you love it? Pink or gray? Oh, I love that too. Shoot. Figured it would just be easy. So in the past, I have layered these. Oh my gosh. Or both. That might be a bit busy actually. All right, ladies and gents, please, if you could tell me. I think I might go pink, unless you guys tell me something different. Kate, you like the Dandy Designs DSP? That's what I've used here. Feels retro. We're gonna use these trinkets. Okay, well, I'm waiting for Facebook to catch up. I'm hoping that you'll tell me what you think. But we're gonna add, I think it's pink. I think pink is the way to go. Who's talking to me? Anybody? Anybody? I'm gonna add this little one. So to step this one up, we have gotten fancy with the sentiment. We have added another line. We've added a different color. We've changed the color here, and we're doing heat embossing. I don't see comments, so I'm just gonna have to be a big girl and do it all on my own. I'm gonna pop this up. I wonder if you're supposed to, no. Originally, this stamp set and die, no, stamp set and punch has been around for a while, because originally when it came out a couple years ago, the paper matched, of course, and you could do both. You could stamp both from the paper, punch both from the paper. Good grief. No, I'm going this way. I think I'm gonna add some gems just to be fancy. Some of the new gems. So it's not massively stepped up, but it's pretty stepped up. I'm looking for pink. Ooh, soft pink. Yeah. All right. These are opaque adhesive back gems. They are, you get a ton, like 200 and something of these, which is great. All right, I think I'm gonna, oh, that's not pink. No, I lied to you. Gosh, do I not have any pink? Stand by. I don't think I have any pink. Oh, there it is. Whew! That's what I'm after. Oh, those would be cute too, those butterflies. Ooh, and the gold might be good too. Oh my gosh, my desk is a hot mess. All right. I think I'm going pink. I'm eyeing up these pinks. What's this? Solid faceted gems. Yep. You're out. Champagne rhinestones. All right. We're gonna go, whoops. Where's my, I'll take your pick. Yep. I really struggle with where to put these. I gotta go 3. I don't really want to add 3, but you gotta do it in odds. I don't really love that, but that's what's happening. Okay, I think we're done. And so we've stepped it up. I'm going to show you the other one. Let me put this away. What do you think? Could you give me a thumbs up if you like it? A heart if you love it? You're grating cheese. You're funny, Kate. All right, so original with our lines, simple to add and do, and then this is our step it up. So we have added another line to the top and bottom. We've gotten fancy with our sentiment, and we've done a heat emboss. And so the blushing bride here, I'm just gonna say this is blushing bride. I don't actually, it's pretty close. The other one is petal pink, and then this is blushing bride with white heat embossing with the Dragonfly Garden stamp set. So for this one, I would take some of this Dainty Designer Series paper and add it to your flap on your envelope so that it kind of matched like a pinky color with it. Yeah, and you could do it with this one too to jazz it up. And then you could also take a strip of that Designer Series paper and add it here for a little bit of interest on the inside. Or I don't know where my samples were, but if you wanted to add a layer in here, you could add in the lines as a design on there. Okay, that's it for today, folks. Thanks for hanging out so much, and I hope you have a great weekend. Let me know if you want to participate in any of the crafting opportunities, and we'll see you next weekend. Bye for now.